is a presentation of WGN Sports.
From the city beautiful, Chicago, Illinois, WGN Sports presents White Sox baseball. It's Paul Konerko, Alex Rios, A.J. Pierzynski and the Sox as they get set to butt heads with Billy Butler, Scott Podsednik, and the Kansas City Royals. Hi, everybody, and welcome. With Steve Stone, I'm Ken Harrell, since we get set to bring you Game 2 of this three-game series. In the opener last night, Mark Burley got drilled. I mean, he got smoked in the right wrist on a line drive from the leadoff hitter, Scott Podsednik. Then he settled down after that. He pitched 7 innings, gave up no runs, picking up his 21st victory against the Kansas City Royals. Sox won it 8-2. So the Sox now on a 6-game winning streak. We're a half game back at Detroit. We're 2.5 in front of Minnesota. And tonight, trying to continue on with Gavin Floyd.
A couple of starts ago, Gavin Floyd beat this team, but he's had a lot of problems with Kansas City. With Gavin throwing the ball as well as just about anybody recently, as is the entire pitching staff. Gavin's 2-7 against these Kansas City Royals. His ERA in the mid-5s a lifetime. And Brian Bannister goes to the mound. He's 7-6, but against the Sox, it's a different story. He's 4-6 lifetime with an ERA up close to 8. He's got to get his curveball down. He throws a cutter, and he's got to keep that away from the right-hand hitters. If he doesn't, and he hasn't against the Sox, he's going to be in for a tough night tonight as the Sox try to make it 7 in a row. They'd love to be in first place by the All-Star break, and Hawk, it's just 2 little games away.
All right, sit back, relax, and strap it down. White Sox baseball coming your way.
TV, your official summer baseball station, is sponsored in part by the Illinois Lottery Mega Millions. Tuesday's Mega Millions jackpot is worth $52 million. Tonight's game is available in Spanish on your SAP audio setting provided by WRTO La Tremenda, Chicago's Spanish language sports leader. Ozzie Guillen Jr. and Omar Ramos handle the broadcast on WRTO, and we're happy to be providing their feed on our SAP channel. The Royals will line up with Posednik, Kendall, DeJesus, Butler, Guillen the DH, and back in the lineup, Callaspo, Aviles, Meyer, and Betancourt. The defense, and now they'll line up behind Gavin Floyd, Pierre Rios, and Jones in the infield with Skill, Ramirez, Beckham, and Konerko. AJ behind the plate, and Gavin Floyd on the hill. He's looking for win number 5, and this is his 18th start. So Gavin is just about ready to go. It is overcast here. The Sox looking for their 7th win in a row. Enter just a half game behind Detroit. And the umpires for the game tonight. Behind the plate, Greg Gibson at first, Brian Knight. Jerry Davis is at second, and Sam Holbrook is at third.
All right, guys, it's on 6:07.
And so I will turn it over to my play-by-play partner, Hawk Harrelson.
All right, Stone Pony, thank you. And once again, good evening, everyone, and welcome to White Sox baseball right here with WGN Sports. So happy you could join us for Game 2 of this 3-game set and Game 6 of this 7-game homestand. As you know, the Sox swept the Angels in that 4-game set. Won last night. We're on a 6-game winning streak as that fastball fouled out of play. Souvenir left side. Kansas City comes in at 39 and 47. They're leading the major leagues in hitting at 282. They have a 4.63 team ERA. Pod's hitting at 298, 3 homers. He's driven in 34. And there's another Souvenir.
But if Gavin wants to get out of this first inning without giving up any runs, this is a good man to keep off base. He's a proficient base stealer, always has been.
Well, he's 25 for 35. He was 2 for 5 last night. In lifetime off Gavin, he's 3 for 10. And this is the 11th meeting of the year between these two clubs. In the first 10, they have split them. They have played 4 games here at beautiful USA field, and the Sox have won 3 of the 4.
One of the reasons why Gavin's been able to win as much as he has, especially during this run, is that when the curveball isn't working, he is throwing a pretty decent slider.
And there's the base hit right back to the middle, so good speed aboard.
You had a look earlier at Ned Yost, who took over for Ray Hillman. That fastball out away, and Posednik leads off with a base hit, and now an immediate base stealing threat with a great number 2 hitter up.
.36-year-old veteran Jason Kendall takes strike 1. Kendall hitting at 263, no homers. He's driven in 29. He was 1 for 5 last evening. Kendall last year with the Brew Crew hit 241, a couple of homers, and drove in 43.
Andrew Jones over toward the line in right field. Rio shading him to right center.
Long set, slide step, and the count 0-2. And here at beautiful USA field, 330 down the left field line, 335 down the right field line, 375 in the gaps, and 400 straightaway center. And Detroit has defeated Minnesota 7-4 at Comerica Park. And there's a fisted base hit in the left field. So trouble brewing right here in the top of the first.
Well, the Sox know to hold ground a half game behind Detroit, they have to win. Right now, pending the outcome of tonight's game, they trail by a game. Minnesota 4 back as Detroit has taken the first 2 of a 3-game series against the Twins in Detroit.
That'll bring up the right fielder David DeJesus, hitting at .328, having a good year. 5 homers. He's knocked in 35.
He has 3 sacrifices this year. I don't know if Ned Yost wants to sacrifice with a .328 hitter.
He disguised it well. Fouls it off. Toronto beat Boston today 9-5 up at the Rogers Center. Cubs beat the Dodgers 7-3 out in L.A.
There's been a lot of talk trade-wise about David DeJesus. Dayton Moore, their GM, still pondering if he does indeed want to part ways. DeJesus is a good, solid player. Because of his batting style, he doesn't have big power, so it's tough to put him on the corners. He would just as soon play center field. He's not the best, but he is capable in center.
Backs it up. He did not go.
Take another look as he chokes up. Does not swing. Call by Sam Holbrook, and it was a good one.
Got to make some pitches right here, big man. 2 on, nobody out, top of the first. And a long set. And the count 1-2.
This situation, if Posednik does take off, you want to go after the trailer. If they do attempt a double steal and you can get the ball by DeJesus, AJ would be probably better advised to go after Kendall, if indeed he is running along with Posednik.
Outfield about equidistant, spread out slightly to the left. He gone. Backdoor in. Big out.
AJ wants it away. And AJ does a nice job of kind of snapping it back over the outside corner. Well framed. Gets a call by Greg Gibson.
So that'll bring up the young, solid hitter, Billy Butler, hitting at .324, 9 homers. He's driven in 36.
The advantage here is Butler has grounded into 21 double plays this year.
Take that 46. And there's a strike. Butler is 7 for 24 lifetime off Gavin.
Gavin has to continue to take multiple looks back at Posednik at second base.
And that fastball inside. Butler 0 for 3 last night. A couple of pop-ups on the ground out.
Mark Burley was able to get that cutter in on his hands consistently. Something that's pretty tough to do. There's a look at Mark Burley, who ran his record to 8-7 last night. Didn't give up any runs. Took the game into the 8th inning. Gave up just 6 hits. He's been brilliant over the last 6 starts.
Picked up his 143rd career victory. He is 39 games over 500. And he is 21-11 against Kansas City. Burley, of course, has the best record in Major League Baseball and interleague play. 2 on, 1 out. Gavin on top in the count, 1-2.
If there is a ground ball who's ever taking the pivot, you had best beware that Kendall goes in awfully hard at second base.
Bottom of the 9th at City Park. Braves shutting out the Mets 4-0.
Just off the outside corner. Earlier you had a look at Jose Guillen, who's back in the lineup tonight. I think both AJ and Gavin wanted this one.
That's a pretty good pitch. That's a strike right there.
Across the plate, a strike. Didn't get the benefit of the call.
That was a strike. So now these runners probably will be off right here. There's a strike him out and the throw him out. Rack him up. Beautiful peg by AJ. And that'll retire the side after a happening play as the Royals nothing and the good guys coming back.
Tonight, Rios in center, Canerco at first, Carlos Quentin the DH. AJ, who hit a couple of home runs last night. Jones, Ramirez, and Beckham playing second, rounding it out, the defense, and how they'll line up behind Bannister. Left to right was Sednick, Meyer, and DeJesus. In the infield, Cayasco, Betancourt, Aviles, and Butler. Kendall behind the plate, Brian Bannister on the hill. ERA 5.44 on for his 18th start. 4-6 with an ERA just under 8 lifetime against the Sox.
And before we show you our picks to click, our Dodge picks to click, you at home select yours as Juan Pierre takes inside ball 1. Juan hitting at 260, no homers, he's driven in 14. Juan was 1 for 4 last night. There's a strike from the 29-year-old right-hander. Bannister, 6'1", 215 pounds, out of San Ramon, California. Curveball high. Sox come in hitting at 254 as a club, but they have a 4.03 team ERA. Sox 25-19 here at home. There he just made a good pitch, sawed him off. And with 1 out, let's check out our Dodge picks to click. Canangi, our director of the crew, with Gordon Beckham. Stone Pony's going with Alex Rios and Tim O'Neill, Dave Dainsworth, and all the great folks down at Orange Tree Golf Club in Orlando, Florida tonight. We're going to go with AJ Pierzynski. So for more information on our entire vehicle lineup, log on to Dodge.com or stop by your Chicagoland or Northwest Indiana Dodge dealer.
Cayasco in very close at third base, already a couple steps in on the grass.
Omar takes strike 1. There's a line shot. It's going to hang up the pot. It's a Hang Wolfen for Omar. 2 out.
Ryan Bannister originally came to the major leagues with the New York Mets and found his way to Kansas City, where he had one real good year in 07, a bad year in 08, just fair last year. This year, going to have a winning record for a team that's currently 8 games below 500.
1-0 the count. Alex. Alex 6 for 13 with a homer lifetime off Bannister. And the count 2-0.
Bannister has a pretty good overhand curveball along with a cutter.
The ball took a bad hop right there on Carrasco. That's got to be a base hit right there.
He was playing the line, figuring that Bannister would be staying inside. It was inside. Take a look at this hop. You can see it from this angle. It just comes up and bites him. Carrasco can't locate it. And it does go as the first hit of the game.
So you can cancel a post-game show, and that's very unusual for this field. This is the greatest playing surface on the planet for baseball. Very few bad hops out there. So here's Paulie. Paulie was 2 for 4 with an RBI and a couple of runs scored last evening. Paulie has had 31 at-bats against Bannister. He's got 5 hits, and of the 5 hits, 5 of them have stayed in the park.
Ryan Bannister's father, Floyd, was a tremendous left-hand pitcher.
And a tremendous guy. That breaking ball going away. Floyd Bannister, good man.
His son will throw the most unusual fastball. He throws a seamless fastball. That's where the horseshoe on the baseball comes together. He'll throw it without putting his finger on the seams, and very few guys even attempt that.
Well, Brian is a pitcher. I think he's better than his record indicates, but his dad was outstanding. Outstanding.
His dad had one of the better curveballs around.
Got a pretty good fastball, too. Here he goes. Betancourt's got plenty of time, knows it, takes it, makes it, and it'll retire to the side. After 1, no score. Here in the top of the second inning, 34-year-old veteran hitting at 274. That's high in the right center field. That's a can of corn for Andrew Jones.
Let's take a look at our AT&T U-verse replay. And it's a strike him out, throw him out that got Gavin Floyd out of the first inning. Butler goes down on strikes. AJ with a pinpoint throw to third to cut down for Sedgwick. A nice way to get out of that first inning without giving up any runs. See what's new from AT&T. Visit www.AT&T.com.
One pitch, one out, and here's the guy that's been a thorn in the yard behind right here, Alberto Callaspo. Hitting at 279, 8 homers. He's driven in 41. 6 for 17 with a homer. Off Gavin.
And a switch hitter who's far superior and much more powerful from the left side.
There's a strike and the count 2-0.
Callaspo's career changed when they moved him to third base, where you don't have to cover a lot of ground, which he can't, but he does have first step quickness.
That's in the hole. Beckham gets a nice little bowling book bounce and throws him out with a good pick from Pollard. Nice play both ways. 2 down.
When you go from the dirt to the grass, you're never quite sure what kind of hop you're going to get. 360 spin and a tremendous pick by Paul Konerko at first. You kind of get used to the fact that he's going to make the very difficult look exceptionally easy.
Some of the softest hands you will ever see, Paul Konerko. Good play right there by Gordon. Michael Velez takes first pitch strike. And that's one of the things that has turned this ball club around. People say, well, what happened? What happened to the club? What made the turnaround? Like 2 months, didn't get out of our own way. Well, the first rule in winning in the big leagues is not pitching, it's not hitting. It's catch the baseball. Because I don't care how good your pitching is, I don't care how good your hitting is. If you don't catch the baseball and you give those other teams 4 and 5 outs an inning, you're going to lose.
And we did.
On a consistent basis.
And Omar took over at third, and everybody all around the diamond started catching the ball.
Nice play, 1, 2, 3. That's an inning and a half, no score.
B National League. Just text 97999 and watch for the results later in the game.
And thanks to Jerry Davis out at second base for giving us our allotted time in between innings. Some crews will, some crews won't. Carlos Quentin takes ball one. Carlos hitting at .236, 15 homers, and he's got 53 knocked in. There's a final now from City Park. Ball hit deep, way back. Hodge just looks up. You can put it on the ball. Yes, yes. Above by Quentin, and the Sox lead it 1-0. Mercy.
Ryan Bannister leads this team with 16 home runs given up. And that was a no-doubter. That's 16 in 97 innings, and that is a whopping total considering he plays in a gigantic ballpark. But that fastball is supposed to be inside, didn't quite get there. And Carlos unloaded.
Boy, he hit that with short arms. That's just about as pretty a graphic example. Look at the short arms right there. You try to get extension on that, you're going to leave one or two thumbnails at home plate. That's beautiful. You know, the most devastating word is there's a foul ball by AJ. AJ last night 2 for 3, a couple of homers, 4 RBIs. One of the worst things that people try to teach is a killer is extension. It's amazing. You can hit the ball actually further with short arms than you can by extending them. As AJ goes down, and out number 1.
A cutter inside. AJ asking Greg Gibson if it was a strike. Take a look at a cutter inside. See where Kendall wants it. Bannister throws it right there, a little bit further in.
So here's Andrew Jones sitting on 399 home runs, tied with the great Al Kaline of the Tigers, Andres Galarraga, the big cat.
He's got the right guy to get the job done tonight, as Bannister does not have a lot of movement on that fastball this evening.
Two 2-0 the count. Jones 2 for 5 lifetime off Bannister, and with the 2 hits, one of them stayed in the park. That ball smoked into right field. Meanwhile, the Jesus playing way back and over. That's a definite hang wolf from right there. 2 down. Of course, with that home run by Carlos Quentin, the Alex Nelius family will donate $100 to White Sox charities for every Sox homer hit throughout the course of the season. That is number 93, so $9,300 donated by Alex Nelius in loving memory of Ursula.
Things starting to cloud up a bit. Forecast was for isolated showers. Let's hope they're isolated someplace else.
Well, my drive in today, I'll tell you, there for about 15-20 minutes, it was a cow in flat rock. That strike evens the count at 1.
Hopefully that stuff shows you we're coming in from the east as bias. But it looks a little cloudy.
There was shot base hit. Got him the cookie right there and didn't miss it. It's a shame he didn't get it up.
The breaking ball hung up in the zone. And Alexei, like just about every other hitter, loves a roller. It's one that doesn't have a whole lot of break on it and gradually descends through the zone. Those who can track.
There's Beckham. 1 for 3 last night. Had a big double leading off the 5th inning and came around to score. Good lead by Alexei. He's just 2 for 8 in stolen bases. Want to know the count.
Despite the fact that Alexei has very good speed, it's not really the art of stealing bases. Good acceleration, like Juan Pierre, and staying down before you move up out of your stride. I think Alexei will eventually learn it. He certainly is fast enough to be a base stealer.
Yeah, he's got plenty of speed to do that. It's a feel. It's a feel. Stealing bases is a feel and a technique. Get some guys who just have a tremendous feel for it.
Some base stealers will tell you that they prefer the crossover step as the first step. Others will tell you that it's not all that important.
There's Ricky Anderson.
Well, he accelerated and stayed lower than anybody that I can ever recall.
Me too. As you can't get that one. Ricky started with his right foot. And Ricky Henderson, whether you like him or not, Ricky Henderson, to me, in my 51 years in this game, was the greatest offensive player I ever saw. He scared more pitchers than anybody who hit 40, 50, or 60 home runs. There goes Alexei. And Kendall can't find the ears on it.
With that jump, that would have been a very difficult play for Jason Kendall to execute. But it becomes a moot point as Kendall comes up. And the ball just floats up in the air. It's at least a 4-step jump.
And the payoff pitch to Beckham. Come on, Gordon, kick him up, buddy. That's high and deep into right center field. Meyer has it, and that'll retire the side. The number 4, the leadoff homer by Carlos Quentin. It is 1-0 White Sox.
Nobody knew this. She's not here to mention this, but her plans just changed for the All-Star break. Why is that?
Apparently my husband made the All-Star team, and we found out as we were walking in, so I guess I have to repack my bag, apparently.
Well, congratulations to Paul. Richly deserved. Justin Morneau can't play. Paul Konerko was just announced as the newest and latest American League All-Star. So tell us, Jen, why it is you're here.
Well, we are here today to promote the Grand Slam Party for Children's Home and Aid. Gordon and Paul and I promote this charity, and we started with Jim and Andrea Tomey about 4 seasons ago. So on August 1st, we're going to have the Grand Slam Party at Hub 51 downtown.
And tell our fans how they get there and what they do to get in touch with you guys.
Tickets are $75, and you can go to children'shomeandaid.org to get tickets.
Well, it's a wonderful program that you guys are involved with, and hopefully you'll raise a whole lot. Hub is a wonderful restaurant.
It is. It's really fun. We were just there a few days ago, so we're hoping to get a lot of people here, and I believe it's on a first-come, first-served basis. So as soon as it sells out, that's it. But food and drink is provided, so it'll be a good time.
Well, we want to thank you and congratulate you.
Thank
this
you.
was very surprising, I know, to you as well as everybody else.
Yes.
And also just a wonderful cause, so good luck to you.
All right, thank you so much.
So he strikes that Meyer, and that's wonderful news, Jen. I'm telling you, that's just awesome. Paulie making his 4th All-Star team, and as I had said yesterday, that in all my years since they have been voting, the fans voting for the last spot in the All-Star team, that was my biggest disappointment, because certainly if there's one guy who's ever been on our club that didn't make it, it was Paul Konerko. Now he is there. Justin Morneau, who had that neck injury, I certainly hope he's all right, but he will not be able to play. So Paulie Wood is going to Hollywood.
That was just unbelievable, because when Jen came up, she said, "What did they just say?"
Ground ball right side. Winnieski Betancourt is retired, 2 out.
And then she was handed the note that said that her husband was going, and all she said was, "I've got to repack."
Baseball. You never know. Here's Pods. He grounded a single, a hard single, right back through the middle, leading off the ball game. Takes ball 1. And while we have a moment, we want to give a big White Sox shout out and hope you're feeling better to one of the greatest players in White Sox franchise history, who is home recovering from a bout of pneumonia. And that, of course, is Manny Minoso. Great ambassadors for the White Sox and baseball for many, many years. Manny, hope you're feeling better, buddy, and we'll see you here at the park. Close pitch, didn't get it. 3-1. And that is high. 1 Pierre. Watch out, 1. Okay. Foul ground makes the catch. A 1-2-3 inning. That is 8 in a row retired by Gavin Floyd.
By logging on to WGNTV.com right now. Click on the WGN Sports Game Zone banner to connect to all game stats and information while you're watching at home. WGN Sports Game Zone at WGNTV.com is brought to you by Columbia College of Missouri. On-campus and online classes fit your schedule and your budget.
Softly hit, short hop, Aviles. So Juan Pierre's retired. One down. And a reminder, prorated White Sox season ticket plans are on sale right now. Full season, weekday, and weekend plans offer best seat locations at the lowest prices with the most benefits. So call 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com. Here's Omar. He had a line shot in the left field that Pods made the play on.
Well, they're playing Omar very similar to how they play Juan Pierre, as an off-field hitter and not overly deep.
That's wonderful. Paulie going to the All-Star game. Boy, did he ever deserve it.
He kept it in as good a perspective you could possibly keep it in while he was going through the voting. I think he realized that as the fifth man trying to get voted in, it'd be pretty tough for the Red Sox and a Yankee.
Well, Paul and I were talking about it before the game. Well, Pods makes the catch on Omar, 2 down. We all knew it was a long shot.
Well, this is what it looks like when you're chosen, voted in, or rechosen at the last minute. And that's the jersey of Paul Konerko. And all Jen, his wife, could say is that the plans have to change. So does all of the pack.
Alex with a shot down and took a bad hop off Callaspo for a base hit, an infield single. And the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball right off the end of the bat. So very quickly, 0-2.
Now Bannister's starting to get a little more break on the curveball. Throwing a couple of cutters. He's just not going to overpower you too often. And against the Sox, he seems to always run into some problems.
Seems like the older that Brian gets, the more he looks like his dad. When he first came up, we first saw him in Kansas City, he didn't look that much like him. Now, in that angle right there, it really looks a lot like him.
When he came to Kansas City in a trade that heavily favored Kansas City, that was back in 2006, when the Mets apparently couldn't live without embryonic burgers. And so Bannister became a Royal.
Checks it up. Good check. And the count 2-2. Some rain starting to fall. And that fastball in and out of the upper tank. Nice crowd on hand. A lot of them scurrying for cover. Slow curveball, and that'll do it. A 1-2-3 inning. We're into the 4th, leading 1-0. Top of the 4th inning. Raindrops continue to fall. First ball hunting is Jason Kendall. 1 pitch, can of corn. 1 out. And on tonight's home improvement from Menards, Kansas City. The Royals team batting average, well, they lead the big leagues in hitting. They're at 282, Texas at 280. And the Tigers at 277. Cincinnati leading the National League in hitting at 274. But for all your home improvement needs, you can shop and save big money at Menards.
They'll double up their advertising if you don't sing that.
DeJesus called out on a backdoor curveball this first trip.
The rain is starting to come down. Roger Bossert is down by the field, but they don't have the boys near the tarp, which is usually a pretty good sign.
Curveball high.
This is where you have to be very careful of your footing, especially that front foot. That mound, however, one of the best around.
2-1.
There's a look at Roger Bossert. He's looking out at Jerry Davis and telling him we're okay. Except the fans don't believe it to this point, because it's raining hard.
And all those beach towels from Walgreens that were given out to the first 20,000 coming into play.
They're going to come in very handy tonight. Old buddy Don Vogel looking on in Ahwatukee, Arizona.
Ahwatukee, famous Ahwatukee. Ball jumps up, bites Paulie. He'll take it himself, though. So that is out number 2. And a reminder, you can come out to the Chevy Test Drive event in Lot E at U.S. Cellular Field on July 17th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Test drive a Chevrolet and receive a free pair of White Sox tickets. Quantities are limited to 1 pair of tickets per person. You must be at least 21 years of age with a valid Illinois driver's license. Pretty good deal right there.
Big strikeout of Billy Butler in the first inning turned into a double play. It's one of the better products of the Kansas City farm system, which is getting a whole lot better recently. 2 players, one named Eric Hosmer, another named Mike Moustakas, who both have a chance to be something special. They're both a little bit away from the major league yet, but not all that far, especially in the case of Moustakas.
Well, Billy Butler's got a long way to go. He's still got a tremendous upside. As good a hitter as he is right now, he's going to be a lot better. Last year he hit as a 23-year-old, 301 with 21 homers and knocked in 93. But his upside is huge.
He's going to be 30-plus home runs a year. The thing that will separate him is that he doesn't strike out like the normal home run hitter.
Now, I think he's got a chance to be one of those guys, one of those special guys who driving 130, 140 runs.
I don't doubt it for a minute. He's got to get a little protection. He'd like to get a guy in front of him and some protection behind him consistently.
There's a good breaking ball, got it in a good spot. So a 1-2-3 inning, that's 11 in a row, retired by Gavin. Ozzie is just irate as they have called the Sox back on the field. They have awarded Butler first base. Now, AJ.
Yeah, the only thing it could be was he tipped the glove.
Jerry Davis is listening to Ozzie, and
one way or the other, they want to make sure that AJ stays in the game. That's the important thing at this point.
Well, let's take another look at it.
This is a curveball that was going to end the inning. Oh, I think what they're saying is that he fouled the ball off, and AJ said he caught it, and the umps are saying that it hit the ground.
So
Butler was standing at first. I'm not sure how he'd get there unless he tipped the glove.
It didn't appear he tipped the glove.
Nope.
If he tipped the glove, he'd be standing there first.
He was there for a bit.
Here's the 2-2. Rain coming down a little harder.
It's sending most of the folks in the lower deck scurrying back under cover.
That's lined in the center field, right at Alex. Now that's 11 in a row retired by Gavin, and we'll go to the bottom of the fourth. It is 1-0 Sox. Sports tail of the tape. 1-0 good guys here in the bottom of the fourth. It'll be Konerko, Quentin, and Pierzynski to face Ryan Bannister.
And the rain has abated, and the sun has come out just in time to greet the newest All-Star, Paul Konerko.
And the count 2-0. Paulie grounded to short.
Now both Posednik and Meyer in the sun in left and center field.
And there's a strike on the outside corner.
It's raining in the infield and sunny in the outfield.
There'll be a song in there somewhere. Kinky Friedman would be the perfect guy to write that.
It's an interesting character.
And there's the dreaded leadoff walk.
Here's our fourth drive of the game, and it comes off the bat of Carlos Quentin in the second inning. This one long gone, his 16th. And the 16th given up by Bannister, and that is the only run of the game.
And hit it with short arms. That's his third home run off Bannister and 6 hits. High pop up. Kendall's got to play. Makes it. And that's out number 1. And a reminder, you can organize a group outing of 20 or more guests during the 2K10 season. Just purchase a block of tickets or enhance your outing with one of 6 great party areas. Now, the more tickets you order, the more money you save. So call 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com today.
AJ had a big night last night. Third time in his career he hit 2 home runs in a game. What he hit in the 8th was a 3-run bomb.
Hit him on the fist, fouls it away left side.
This one sealed the deal. Oh, that was the first one. This one sealed the deal.
And look at the short, quick stroke he put on both of them. Kept the bat in front of him. Didn't get stuck behind him. Chases that breaking ball. And very quickly the count 0-2. And that breaking ball went down and got it, lines it in the center field, but Meyer is there, so that is out number 2. The Sox virtually out of the nose. That as we were playing there for the first couple of months, we have picked up, done some damage.
Well, the ERA for the starting rotation and the pitching staff overall has been steadily decreasing, but from the starting rotation it's been dramatic.
Here's Andrew. Slow rolling curveball. Well, we picked up since June 8th. We picked up 12.5 games on Minnesota. And we picked up 5 games on the Tigers. Minnesota now 4 games back as Detroit beat them today 7-4.
With Morneau out of the lineup, as good as that Minnesota team is, Detroit is handling them.
Tacks it up, takes a strike.
We've won 23 of the last 28. And with that Detroit win today over Minnesota, we are 9 over 500 and 1 full game back pending the outcome of this one.
And Andrew just looks back. 2 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
He just as soon see one of those rollers up there as he thought this ball was down. Did have pretty good movement on it.
That slow curveball didn't quite make it to catch the inside corner, so a full count.
Master got a little lucky that that ball wasn't closer to the inside part of the plate. It didn't have a lot of break on it.
And there's ball 4. So the second walk of the inning. As they usually just talking about the starters ERA. The best ERAs in the American League since June 8th. It's over a month. Gavin Floyd is on top with a 1.27.
That's a radical departure from how he started this season.
Jake Peavy next at 1.47.
And unfortunately, Jake is lost for the year, but he went down on a hot streak.
CC Sabathia is next at 1.58, and Cliff Lee is next with 1.71. Alexei got a cookie last time up and rifled it into left field for a base hit. There's a strike, and the count evens. Come on, Alexei, pick him up, buddy. Needs some 2-out hitting here. That's hit hard, and well, we have a moment. We'll send a big White Sox hello, shout out, and happy birthday to Steve Holland, Granger, Indiana. Beautiful white step here, along with the Hawthorns and Rybers. Here in attendance today, watching the Sox and hopefully rooting them on to victory, along with their Leonakis family. George, Tom, and Deb. That's a little flare in the right field. DeJesus is there, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Get no hits, a couple of walks, strand 2 into the 5th. The 500th texter to text Subway to 97999. Go to WGNTV.com for complete information and rules.
These Royals have been without Jose Guillen for a bit with a strained quad muscle. Back in the lineup tonight, however, and he's their leading home run hitter and RBI man.
And he's 0 for 1. And out to Andrew Jones as he takes first pitch strike. And the count 0-2. The finale of this 3-game set in the 7-game homestand tomorrow afternoon. To be announced for us, and Zach Greinke for them. There's a bullet. He just kowtowed that ball. So
and he might not make it to second. If that ball is thrown to Ramirez, they had a shot at second base because Guillen was hobbling around first. And even though that one went to the wall, Alex missed the cutoff man.
So the leadoff double.
I think they'd had him.
Well, Beckham was all over it. Nothing you can do, though, when it misses it.
Let's see.
So here's Cayaspo. Hit a ground ball in the hole between first and second, I should say. And Beckham made a real good play, as did Konerko on the pick. Checks it up.
Gavin's going to try to force him to hit the ball to the left side. Cayaspo is going up there with one mission, and that's to move along Guillen.
Well, according to how hard it's hit to Konerko or Beckham, you still got to play at third.
Well, you can't be thinking so much about a guy pulling the ball that you wind up putting him on base. He's missed well wide twice. We did have a nice looking rainbow.
Got to get the hitter. This guy is a good hitter. The 2-0. That was not a good effort right there, trying to get him over.
Because that was a hanging breaking ball up in the zone. There it is.
Hello, Gringos.
Very pretty.
And the 2-1. Not a good effort and not a good at bat right there by Cayaspo. 1 out.
That could very well cost him a run. And in a one-run game, might wind up costing you the ball game.
So here is Aviles. Aviles grounded out to Alexei. And that's a can of corn into center field. So 2 down. Yeah, that's a bit of a new culture of the game, as opposed to some older culture.
You mean winning culture?
With that bat right there. I have known some managers. I mean, when that hitter came back to the dugout, they would be waiting in the top step on.
If not, there would be some players reminding him that you got to do whatever you can to pull the ball. If you don't think you can pull it, bunt it right at the third baseman.
So here is Meyer. Third ball strike. Struck out swinging on the fastball. 3-2 fastball his first trip. That was a pretty good hook right there from Gavin. Another one. And the count 0-2.
This will give you some sort of an idea how good that mound really is, because Roger hasn't been out there to touch it at all, and it was raining pretty hard. And yet the footing is still very good.
So you're seeing 2 curveballs. And the wild pitch. Gavin. That is number 7.
That one hit off the shin guard. AJ was trying to do the right thing as he shifted. But when you throw a right-handed breaking ball, whether it's a slider or a curveball, as soon as it hits the dirt, it redirects and goes back in the other direction. And that time, on the pitch, Ian hobbled the third.
He gone. And we are halfway home. It is 1-0 good guys, and it is southpaw time. Gordon Beckham leads off here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Gordon deep to center field his first trip. Checks it up, and he takes ball 1. Gordon's had a tough time against Bannister. 14 at bats, 2 hits.
Bannister didn't have much control last inning, but his curveball looked a whole lot better than it had previously in the game. He was rolling it earlier. Last inning, it started to bite somewhat.
That ball hit deep. Stretch. Paz looks up. You can put it on the board. Yes. Yes. A bullet out of here off the bat of Gordon Beckham. And the Sox lead it 2-0. Marshall.
Third home run, 21st driven in. The second of the game and the 17th that Bannister has given up, and there is the reemergence of the rolling breaking ball. That one hangs over the plate, and Gordon smokes it.
Well, you could have hung out all the drawers in Cook County on that line drive. The 0-1 pitch to Pierre, and that's a little flare. Get down. Nope. Pye's playing in perfectly. 1 out.
Tonight's Walgreens VIP is Adam Kendall from Carpentersville. After the game, listen to 670 to score for your chance to be the Walgreens VIP for a day, including a Walgreens Affordable Essentials prize pack and a pair of tickets to a White Sox home game. Brought to you by Walgreens, the pharmacy America trusts.
Omar fakes the bunt, takes the ball. Two 4-0 for our guys, 0-3-0 for their guys. As the count evens at 1. Rios on deck. There's a shot base hit. Omar. Now 1 for 3. And a reminder, you can visit the official online shop of the White Sox, where you can browse the largest selection of official gear, including the latest apparel, nostalgic memorabilia, and authentic classics for the whole family. So get your gear from the official source. Shop at WhiteSox.com. Here's Alex. He's 1 for 2. Takes it right there.
Good stop by Jason Kendall as he digs one out of the dirt. Lamar taking a long look over at Jeff Cox to see if I want to take a gamble and run.
Oh, mercy. He just missed that one. High major league pop up in the left. 2 out. There's that. 1/8 of an inch. For a second. Here's Paulie. If just tuning in, he was named to the All-Star team. Justin Morneau will not be able to play, and we certainly hope he is all right. There's a shot foul. It was that play where he slid into second base, and I believe he was kneed in the head.
He was wearing the helmet, and his helmet probably saved him a lot more difficulty, but he still had concussive symptoms.
That's thrown away. Paulie will go to Anaheim. Omar, 391 stolen bases in this career. Juan Pierre, 491 stolen bases in his career. Outfield spread out, equidistant, slightly to the left. And there's a strike to make the count 1-2. Little slider right there. Looked like a pretty good pitch to hit. Short lead by Vizquel. And there's a base hit over the head. Omar's going to make the turn. Podge now got to go run it down. So Paulie, they're going to wave him around. They're going to wave Vizquel around. Here's the throw. The play's high. Vizquel scores on the double by Canerco. Paulie will go into third on the error, and it is a 3-0 Sox lead.
Well, Jeff Cox took a gamble, and his gamble was that between Posednik and Betancourt, they couldn't make 2 good throws. 2 good throws, and Vizquel is going to be out by plenty at the plate. But Jeff knows it's a wet baseball that gets trapped underneath. That one throw's not all that bad. That one's terrible.
We got a break right there when that ball's stuck.
Now they are going to charge Teoscar, I do believe, with the air.
The 6th of the season. And here's Carlos. He's 1 for 2, a homer, his 16th. And it was alone. That's what third base coaches do. They roll the dice and hope that it comes up in their favor, and certainly that one did for Jeff Cox.
Leading 2-0 and knowing that it was going to be a wet baseball one way or the other. A calculated gamble, and Jeff Cox and the Sox win the gamble.
Just underneath it.
It does go as RBI number 63, Paul Konerko. And the error charged on Callaspo, allowing Paul to go from second to third.
Don't stop now, boys. Cues that one foul. So the count remains 0-2. Just turning in 2 home runs in this ball game. One by Quentin, that long one leading off the second, and then that home run by Beckham here in the bottom of the 5th. Just he bow and arrowed it out of here. He did not go.
So the talk shows have been full of people wanting to know if Gordon Beckham should go to the minor leagues or when he'll go to the minor leagues. And he's going to be just fine. He shouldn't go to the minor leagues. He will not go. This guy is very tough as far as this game is concerned. He's going to be just fine.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. And he's going to be the face of this organization for a long time.
And he's going to be a run producer for a long time.
That ball hit deep. Hodge goes back, looks up. You can put that on the board. Yes. Yes, his second of the game. And the Sox lead it 5-0. Marshall.
17 home runs, 56 driven in, 3 tonight for Carlos Quentin, and that was a straight change. Give you an idea how strong he was. Kept his hands back, hit it off the end of the bat, and still drilled it out of the ballpark.
So here's AJ. AJ is 0 for 2. Last time up, lined hard into left center field. Takes that pitch inside. And the count 2-0.
Ryan Bannister came into this game with an ERA up close to 8 against the Sox lifetime. And it's right about there.
There's a line shot right to Callaspo. So that's another hangover for Pierzynski. Meanwhile, that big crooked number goes up on the board. We'll go to the 6th leading 5-0. Unieski Betancourt will lead it off here in the Kansas City half of the 6th inning. Takes first pitch fastball strike. He's 0 for 1. He grounded out to Beckham at second. And the count very quickly, 0-2. 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors for our Sox. No runs, 3 hits, 1 error for their Royals.
Gavin has been given a little offense tonight. He hasn't needed a whole lot. He's only given up 3 hits, and he's throwing shutout ball. And lately, he's been as tough as just about anybody in baseball.
Well, since June 8th, he's been tougher than anybody in baseball. As evidenced by that 1.27 ERA.
And that graphic tells you the tale. Even without his great curveball on occasion, he can still get you out.
Out in front, barehanded. Boy, he does that better than anybody I have ever seen.
He's been able to do that whatever position he's been at. Whether it's shortstop, whether it was high hoppers. He'll barehanded, twirl it to get a good grip and make a perfect throw to first base. Even these days at 43 when the arm isn't quite as strong.
Well, as I said, he's the best I've ever seen at barehanded baseball. And what was really, when he was with Cleveland and they had those awesome teams over there, well, if they'd had any pitching, they may have won 3 or 4 world championships. But on the high hoppers, couldn't do any better than he did. First ballot Hall of Famer.
Well, he still talks about the pairing of Robbie Alomar at second, Omar at short.
Best I ever saw. And I'll tell you what, there's really not any other combination that's close second. Those were Robbie Alomar, maybe the greatest second baseman to ever live. And one of the, not just a great second baseman, one of the great players to ever play this game. Sox had a good combination with Aparicio and Fox. Alomar and Vizquel. As there's a hard one hopper. Alexei's got him.
Tamara Klimek is today's hit the jackpot with Powerball contestant. The White Sox hit a home run in the 6th inning. Tamara Klimek will win 100 chances to take home the Powerball jackpot. Tonight's jackpot is worth $72 million. And for 3 years, you could own LeBron.
Well, interesting. A friend of mine who knows an awful lot about basketball, I asked him the day before what chance we had to get in LeBron. He said he's not going to come here. He said he's not going to go to New York. He's not going to go to New Jersey. He's going to go to Miami, because if he comes here, it's going to be his team. If he goes to New York, it's going to be his team. If he goes to New Jersey, it's going to be his team. He wants to go to Miami because that's Dwayne Wade's team. So if they don't win it, it's not his fault. As there's a line shot. Quentin now 2 for 3.
One did a nice job of going to get the baseball, because I think that Kendall felt that was going to be 2 bases. He took an aggressive turn. 5 runs down. You don't want to be adventuresome with a couple of outs. And he held him at first base.
So here's the Jesus. Struck out and grounded to first. High pop up left side. Stay in here. Come back. It will. Omar is there. And that will retire the side. We go to the bottom of the 6th, leading by 5. Nice crowd on hand for the second of this 3-game set. Sox lead at 5-0. 1 in the second, 4 in the fifth. 3 home runs in the ball game, 2 by Carlos Quentin and 1 by Gordon Beckham. So here is Andrew Jones. He is lined very hard to right field, and he has walked. Sitting on 399 home runs. There's a little shank. Good pitch to hit, and he just jammed himself. It's just a spinner.
One stayed right in the middle of the plate.
He got another hanger, and Callejas will make that nice play. Plus the hang with him, he has hit it on the money twice.
Callejas goes up as high as he can get up and takes what looks like a potential 2-base hit away from Andrew.
Here's Alexei. He has singled, picked up a stolen base. That was in the second. He popped up to right to end the fourth. Watch out. And also, if you're just tuning in, Paul Konerko has been named to the All-Star team. Justin Morneau will not be able to play, so Paulie will take his spot. His 4th All-Star game. Deservedly so. There's another cookie right there. And a count 1-2. Betancourt. 2 down. So here's Gordon. Went out deep to center. And then leading off last inning, just going there and 1 out of here. Oh, boom. Deep pickle.
Despite the fact that he pulled it last time, they're still playing him around toward right and right center field.
Takes first pitch strike. And the count 1-1. And that's out of play. And another souvenir.
Bannister tried to get a straight change by him. That one didn't work very well. A bit like a rolling off-speed breaking ball that didn't break.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Good pass on it, just underneath it. Nice check on that one. Big gap out there in left center. And a good eye right there. Close. Payoff pitch.
Well, it went right off Greg Gibson's mask.
That one right there, rock your boat right there.
That got him flush. Now Kendall going out there, and Sam Holbrook, Jerry Davis wanting to check on him. And now Hermie comes out from the dugout.
Yeah, that was not a good one right there. That was not one right there to laugh off.
Hermie asked which one of these guys is your favorite guy. So he got the answer that he wanted. That couldn't have got him any more squarely in the mask than it did.
Foul strip back.
Just above you.
Just above Clark. Clark was there. Clark Highland can make that play. And he just missed that one. High in the left field. And that'll retire the side. A 1-2-3 inning for Bannister. We're into the 7th. It is 5-0 White Sox. Butler, Ian, and Cayaspo, the heart of this Kansas City order. Here in the top of the 7th inning, 5 runs on 7 hits, no errors for our Sox. No runs on 4 hits, 1 error for their Royals. Detroit has beaten Minnesota earlier today 7-4 at Comerica Park. As there's a flare, get foul. Will, thank you. And the count 0-2.
Only been 1 inning when there's been 2 Royals on base. That was the first inning that ended with a strike him out, throw him out of Billy Butler. It's got Posednik. Other than that, Gavin Floyd has been overwhelming with almost pinpoint control. Dusty Hughes up in the bullpen. He was the final pitcher to come out and pitch last night for a third of an inning.
Two and two the count to Butler. Cubs beat the Dodgers 7-3 out at Dodger Stadium. That's up high, no walks. Full count. Baltimore leading Texas 1-0. It's in the bottom of the second out at Rangers ballpark. One hopper.
And here's our U.S. Cellular text question. Which team will win Tuesday night's All-Star game? Surprise. 73% say the American League. 27% say the National League. I have to tell you that the American League has dominated recently.
Well, they got their work cut out for them, I'll tell you that, with some of those pitchers that the National League is going to run out there.
Wilson Betterman coming on to pinch hit. Ian did have a double to lead off the fifth inning, but was really hobbling.
Well, when you get a guy that's hobbling like that, I mean, you can't let him stay out there. He's liable to tear it in two. That's about as bad as you'll ever see anybody on the base path right there. I mean, I don't ever recall this. You can't get that one. Seeing somebody who you know can't run and was having to hobble like he was.
Especially hitting a for sure double into left center field and barely getting to second base.
Two balls and a strike. Betterman was 1 for 4 last night, but he hit it hard 3 times. He has been swinging that lumber.
We saw him for the first time in that series in Kansas City, and briefly in this series, he swung the bat great.
No walks, Gavin. He can hit his way on. This will be pitch number 91. There's another line shot. So ground rule double.
He continues to swing the bat great. Looked like Andrew was going after it at the last minute. It could very well be that his sinking line drive did get into the lights. Not dark yet. Lights haven't taken hold. And Andrew goes back, looks for a moment like he had a shot, and then kind of ducked his head. So apparently he did lose it.
So here's Callaspo. He's 0 for 2. Takes first pitch strike. 32,339. Nice walk up today. Make your plans to be with us for the finale tomorrow. To be announced for us, we're hoping it'll be Daniel Hudson against Zach Greinke. And that game will be over Comcast Sportsnet if you can't make it to the ballpark. And that's just flared out into left field. Soft fly ball. 2 down.
That was a blueprint of the fly ball in the fifth inning. Only that came after a leadoff double by Guillen. This comes after a 1-out double by Betterman. Mike Avila steps in. He's 0 for 2. He came in hitting .314, batting average down to .311. As Betterman at second base, there are 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning, as Gavin Floyd has been in control ever since the first 2 hitters started off with base hits. But nobody scored and nobody has.
Aviles is real good against us.
Normally when he's good to right center.
Yeah.
When he gets in trouble is when he tries to pull the ball. Then he'll roll out to the left side.
He's a .342 lifetime hitter against us. And that's with 114 at bats coming into today. No walks, Gavin. Come back and get him, buddy.
Southpaw trying to get a different angle. See which camera's working better.
And there's the base on balls. That'll bring Meyer to the plate. Mitch has struck out twice.
Send AJ to the mound.
98 pitches for Floyd. Checks it up, fouls it back. That walk to Aviles, the first issued by Gavin. He's given up to 5 hits, 1 walk, has 4 strikeouts. Sinks off the plate, tails off the plate, and the count evens at 1.
Myers had big problems tonight with the Gavin Floyd curveball.
Well, there's always seems to be one guy who will get some Jim Dandies, and he's been the recipient. There's a strike.
First time tonight, Matt Thornton throwing in the pen. He is one of the 2 White Sox All-Stars. And Paul Konerko being named tonight.
2 on, 2 out, the 1-2 pitch. That ball hit into right center field. The man is there. Andrew makes it look easy. 7th inning stretch. Sox lead at 5-0.
Dusty Hughes comes into the game. Hughes 1-1, ERA 3.67, on for the 33rd time. And he's really a left-handed specialist. He's only thrown 27 innings. And there are the rest of the numbers.
First pitch, ball 1-1, Pierre, who is 0 for 3. He's bounced back to the pitcher. He's grounded to second, and he has gone out to his counterpart, Scott Podsednik. And Scott's going to get him again. Here's Omar. Omar's 1 for 3, but he's hit it hard twice.
Brian Bannister goes 6 innings, gives up 5 runs on 7 hits, walks 2, fans 2. And he leaves on the short end of a 5-0 score.
Takes first pitch strike. Get down. It won't. He lost it in the lights.
Same thing happened to him that happened to Andrew, and that's the time of night it is. He had that one all measured, and at the last instant, David DeJesus had to duck away. So the second hit of the night for Vizquel. Little soft fly ball into right field. DeJesus has it, and then he doesn't.
I don't think Andrew was going to be able to get that one by Beckham anyway. That ball was hit too hard.
No, he probably wouldn't have, but he did lose.
He did. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's no question about it. When you see him duck his head like that, you know he lost it.
Bob McClure comes out now.
He's one of the greatest outfielders to ever live.
He wants to talk with Dusty Hughes about what they want to do with Rios. One of the reasons why Bob McClure went out there was to give Blake Wood a chance to get loose.
Boy, Bob McClure used to give us fits. Cunningham guy. Little slider here, little curveball, slow curveball there, little sinker there.
Then you get on first base and he'd pick you up.
Yeah. That's downstairs to Alex, who is 1 for 3. Last time up, he just missed hitting one 9 miles. Cubs over the Dodgers 7-3 in L.A. Houston leading St. Louis 4-1. That game in the top of the 8th down at the juice box. There's a shot. Look at that. Boy, you don't think that's another hang woofer for the double play right there. Wow. Meanwhile, that'll do it. We'll go to the 8th. It is still 5-0. First ball hunting Betancourt. Watch out. Hits it high into left center field. So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the top of the 8th inning. Sox lead at 5-0. No runs, 5 hits. And for the last 5 weeks now, Stone Pony, Gavin Floyd's been the best starter in the big leagues.
Well, tonight no exception, because with only 1 walk and just 5 hits and giving up no runs, with his offense giving him some support, his defense brilliant again. Gavin Floyd in control.
And for you who are just joining us, we talked about it a couple of innings ago. The second best ERA in the big leagues among starters for the last 5 weeks was Jake Peavy. Of course, Jake has a season-ending injury. He's going to be operated on Wednesday. As there's a little comebacker by Scotty Pides. 2 down.
Gavin about ready to make pitch number 106. So with the bullpen a little tired before the last 3 starts, Johnny Danks threw a 2-hit shutout, went the distance. Mark Burley went into the 8th inning, gave up no runs. Gavin Floyd tonight is into the 8th inning with 2 outs, and he's given up no runs.
First pitch strike to Jason Kendall. That is pitch number 108.
There you see the starting staff over the last 29 games.
And that's up the middle. Alexei cannot get there. So Kendall picks up his 3rd hit. He has half of Kansas City's base hits. And here comes Ozzie.
And that's going to be it for Gavin Floyd. He has taken this game as deep as Ozzie wants him to take it. David DeJesus, a tough left-hander, coming up. Another great job from the starting rotation. This time it's Gavin Floyd's turn, and he gets a standing ovation.
As well he should. He has been absolutely brilliant. He has been something, Tony.
And as Gavin walks out to that ovation, we'll be back. Opponent's batting average 195, 49 strikeouts and 36 in the 3rd innings. He inherits Kendall at first base, 2 outs here in the 8th inning in relief of Gavin Floyd.
David DeJesus 0 for 3. Lifetime against Matt, has faced him 17 times, has 3 hits. Then he takes ball 1. Sox, if you're just tuning in, 1 in the 2nd, 4 in the 5th. Carlos Quentin a couple of home runs. Gordon Beckham a home run. And the count 2-0. And a reminder, tomorrow, White Sox against these Royals. You can join the White Sox for a special Kids Day costume party presented by the Museum of Science and Industry. So wear your best costume to the game. Festivities include a kids-only autograph session, a bags board competition, face painters, and much, much more. That's tomorrow right here at beautiful US Cellular Field. There's the strike. Sox swept the Angels in that 4-game set to start off this 7-game homestand. Won the first one here last night and trying to win this one today. As the count moves to 3-1. Billy Butler on deck. Anytime you're facing a team that's leading the major leagues in hitting, you got to get some outs. These guys can single you and double you to death. Fouls that back. Full count.
Left-handers all year long have had a very difficult time with Matt Thornton. It's no day to beat for the right-handers either, but left-handers he's been especially tough on.
Usually he was tougher on right-handers than left-handers, but not this year. This year he has been lights out against Southpaw. That's lined down, and that's going to be in the corner. So they're going to wave Kendall around and double by the Jesus, and it's a 5-1 ball game.
With a first run charged to a starting pitcher in the last 3 games. And the Jesus drives in run number 36. As this one gets away from Juan Pierre, Kendall scores easily.
So here's Butler. He was all over him right there, just underneath him.
Fastball up and out over the plate. And fouled back.
Pops him up. High pop up. Paulie making the call. He's taking charge. AJ says, be my guest. That's a major league pop up right there, and that'll retire the side. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It is 5-1 good guys. seats you want or sell tickets to the games you can't make on StubHub, the official fan-to-fan ticket marketplace of the Sox. You'll find great seats and great service on StubHub all season. So go to StubHub.com and choose your seats today.
Blake Wood comes into the game. He's 0-1, ERA 4.13, out for the 25th time. More walks and strikeouts. That's not a particularly good sign. But he has a 4-run deficit as the Sox try to pad their lead.
Paulie, 1 for 2, a double, and an RBI. Paulie now 20 homers, 63 driven in. Did not go. And if you're just tuning in, Paul Konerko was named to the All-Star team. Justin Morneau will miss it. He was injured. Can't play, so Paulie will take his place. His 4th All-Star appearance. Good pitch on 2-0 right there. He just buried it right in on it.
He'll take his place and take some pretty good numbers out to Anaheim.
He should have been there in the first place.
That is a good moving fastball. 4 or 5 inches inside where the hitter can do nothing with it.
Two-1, and that's down low.
J.J. Putz loosening up in the pen. He's another one of the Sox pitchers lately that's absolutely been unhittable.
Made another good pitch. And that's out number 1. And we understand Travis Wood at Citizens Bank Ballpark in Philly is perfect through 8 innings. Wood pitching for Cincinnati, a southpaw.
He's perfect, but you have to find a way to score a run to win those. And they have not found a way to score one yet. That's something.
It's hard to win if you don't score.
It's very hard.
Off the end of the bat, a breaking ball. Carlos, who had homered twice in this ball game, once in the second, a solo shot, a 2-run bomb in the 5th. And now, very quickly, 2 out. He's perfect. They got double-barreled action in the bullpen.
And Harvey Haddix ringing the bell.
12. I faced Harvey.
I read about him.
AJ. He's 0 for 3, and he has hit it right on the money twice. Last time up, he just scorched one down at Cayasco. And the count 2-0. And he is no longer perfect. A double in the bottom of the 9th inning. And that is their first base runner for the Phillies. It has a count 2-2. There's a shot. That won't be caught. AJ says, take that. So a 2-out single. And a reminder, you can enjoy a day here at beautiful U.S. Cellular Field with family and friends. Individual tickets for the Sox 2K10 season on sale right now. So for tickets, visit whitesox.com or call 866-SOX-GAME. So that gives Andrew another at bat and another chance, as he is 0 for 2 and he has hit it hard both times. Go along with a walk. Takes first pitch strike from Wood. Five 9-0 for us, 1-7-1 for them. Now it's going to. He tried to get a Lance Johnson jump, didn't work, and that'll retire the side. So we'll go to the ninth inning. Sox by 4.
Floyd. There's some pretty impressive numbers for JJ. 5-2 ERA, a minuscule 164. But lately, it's hard to get the bat on the ball. 39 strikeouts in 33 innings, just 6 walks.
So here's Wilson Betterman. 1 for 1, a double. Chops that one foul. JJ working on 22 consecutive scoreless innings, which encompasses 21 appearances. That's the longest streak in Major League Baseball going on. Roy Oswalt is second with 16 scoreless innings. Matt Latos 15. And there's a base hit. We can't get Betterman out.
Well, since coming back to the Royals, not many have.
So here's Alberto Callaspo, who's 0 for 3 today. And a reminder, don't forget to surprise the Ultimate Sox fan with a Southpaw in-game seat visit during any home game at US Cellular Field. Call 312-674-5312 for more details. Crawley playing behind Betterman. As Callaspo gets after it. 5-9-0 for our Sox. 1-8-1 for their Royals.
Southpaw's going to the All-Star game.
Southpaw is doing a great job. And the count 0-2.
Tony Pena starts to get loose.
And he pops him up. Omar. And a big out. First out. So with one out, that'll bring up Mike Aviles, who is 0 for 2 with a walk. Outfield swung around to the right, bit of a gap in left center. Omar off the line and back at third. And the count 0-2. Check that, 0-1. The count 0-2 to Aviles. And once again, a reminder, make your plans to be with us tomorrow right here for the finale of this series, finale of this homestand before the All-Star break. To be announced for us. And Zach Greinke for them. If you can't make it to the ballpark, it will be over Comcast Sportsnet. Foul back. This one Tony's right. And another souvenir right side.
If it wasn't that good splitter wipeout pitch, that would be the end of this at bat. Now Bobby Jenks starting to get loose along with Tony Pena.
That one in the dirt, 1-2. He gone.
That's that good splitter that just comes up and disappears. You can see straight downward motion at around 88. Hitter has no chance.
So here is Meyer 0 for 3. Last time up hit a line shot in the right center field. Andrew Jones had a long way to go, and as usual made it look easy. Checks it up, fouls it off. Sox trying to extend this winning streak to 7 games. They try to make it 6 of 6 in this homestand.
Pick up a full game on Minnesota and stay 1.5 game in back of Detroit.
One and one to count. Ground ball, and when Paulie touches that bag, this ball game is over. So the Sox indeed continue to roll as they pick up their 7th straight victory. They swept the Angels in this homestand in the first 4 games. First time they have swept the Halos in a 4-game set since 1983. And they did it twice.
Here's our Miller Lite plays of the game. The second inning, Carlos Quentin drills a fastball. In the 5th inning, Gordon Beckham gets a rolling curveball. And Carlos Quentin on a changeup. 3 home runs tonight. Carlos with 2 of them. That was the difference in the game as the Sox in for the 7th time in a row to keep their homestand perfect.
As you check out our WGN Sports Tale of the Tape, Gavin Floyd, the winner, he is 5-7. Bannister takes the loss. He is 7-7. So the Sox tomorrow will try to sweep this homestand. As we mentioned, we think it might be Daniel Hudson who's going to make that start tomorrow. They say to be announced. And his opponent, we got our work cut out for us, will be last year's Cy Young Award winner, Zach Greinke. So it'll be hopefully Hudson against Greinke tomorrow in the finale of this. So right now we're waiting for our post-game guest to get saddled up. Here he comes, and it will be Paul Konerko. Paulie, you got us, buddy?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, congratulations on your 4th All-Star appearance. When did you find out?
About 15 minutes before the game, Scott Reichford, our VP of public relations, came up and told me the news.
That's terrific, Paulie. Well, this is the 7th consecutive victory. This got this ball club on the roll.
Yeah, we're playing good ball right now. I mean, everything we were doing early in the season for the first couple of months, everything we were doing wrong, which was pretty much everything, now we're doing right. And, we're just trying to ride it out. And, we're still, I think we're expected, we would have expected to be around first place at this time of year. It's obviously taken a crazy road, but, I think we're in position to compete for the next 80 games for first place, and that's all you can ask for at this point.
And Paul, we had your wife Jenna up here, and we were doing something with the project that you're working on, and she found out for the first time that you were an all-star, and all she could think of was she had to repack and redirect things.
Yeah, that'll probably be, it'll be a little bit of a circus here the next few days trying to getting everything organized. The good news is I was already heading back to Arizona for the break, so I'm kind of going on the way. I just got to go a little bit further now.
Well, congratulations, Paulie, and keep going, buddy. Paul Konerko.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
And we'll be back.